Today we're taking a look at this ultrasonic bark collar, not to get confused with a training collar. This does not come with a remote. It goes based off of your dog's barks. So this collar has been sent to me for this review, so I can show you the different features and show you how it works to help you decide if this is the right collar for your dog. So starting out right out of the box, here's what the collar looks like. It is very adjustable with this strap, making it suitable for your smaller dogs up to your larger dogs. This is a rechargeable collar, so you don't have to use any batteries with it, and it is also magnetic. So these two little spots here, your charger just connects just like that. These here are your contact points or your prongs, and they do provide you with different sized prongs and those silicone covers, and you're going to choose what size prong you use based on the fur type of your dog and of course the size of your dog. The way you're going to switch those out is just unscrew them and screw the other ones back in. If you find that the prongs are too tight and you can't get them off with just your fingers, your shock tester is also a prong tool. So you just fit it in just like this, and that allows you to be able to loosen it up so you can further remove it with just your fingers. And then of course you can also use this to get it tight, so there's no chance of that coming undone and falling out. So before we put this on a dog, there are different features and different modes that you can choose from. You can combine them and choose how you want this collar to work. So with that being said, we're gonna go inside and take a look at those different features and different modes so you know how the collar works. All right, taking a look at the back of the collar first, this is of course your power button, and this is how you are going to raise the level of whatever mode you are on. You're also going to use short presses of the power button to change the different modes. So just showing you this so you know how I am going through the different levels and the different modes. All right, so next we're going to quickly go over the different modes and how to use them. The first one we're taking a look at is this blinking S at the bottom. That is your sensitivity level. As you can see here, the highest level is 7. And you're going to choose the sensitivity level based on how the collar is responding to your dog's bark. So if you are on 1 and you find that it is not working as well as you think it should, then up the sensitivity. If you are on sensitivity level 7, that is going to be very sensitive to any barking and any loud noise. For me, I personally think that this collar works best up on the higher levels of sensitivity. To change the different modes, again, short press the power button. Now the shock is flashing. That means that is the mode we're on right now. And that goes from 0 to 7 as well. Again, short press. That is going to be the vibration, and this is going to be the ultrasonic beep that you may not be able to hear, but your dog can. And with that, there are only 3 different levels to the ultrasonic beep. So with all these different modes, there are a variety of different combinations that you can use for your dog depending on what is going to train them the best. So say they bark and you want all 3 of the different modes. So you would make sure that you have each mode set at the level that you want. So the ultrasonic beep is at level 3, sensitivity is at 4, shock is, we could do 3, and the vibrate is on 7. So once the dog barks, it's going to ultrasonic beep, vibrate, and then shock. If you don't want one of the modes, say you don't want the ultrasonic beep on, simply switch it to 0. If you don't want the shock, then go to the shock mode and set that to 0 as well. So now when the dog barks, all it is going to have is the vibration. So again, you can choose whatever combination you want depending on what is going to best help your dog in whatever situation you are in. For this demonstration, we are going to be shutting the shock off. We're going to have the vibration at a 5, and we'll have the ultrasonic beep at a 3. So now that you know how the collar works, for this demonstration, we're going to be using this dog here. He is a Great Pyrenees, and he is already accustomed to these types of collars and other training collars. So he's gonna know exactly what the different modes mean. Like I said, inside, we're not going to be using the shock. We're just going to be using the vibrate. Like I said, this is a very adjustable collar. He is a very large dog, and it still fits him. And I can even tighten it up just a little bit. So if you have a dog that's even bigger than this collar should work out. When you are using this, you do want to make sure that you have it tight enough that the contact points are touching their neck. With him, it doesn't really matter because we aren't using the static shock feature. So all we have to do now is wait for him to bark, and I'll show you how he responds. Alright, so as you've seen there, these collars are very beneficial, especially if you have a dog that is a non-stop barker. If your dogs aren't already accustomed to these training collars, then you are going to have to go through a training process so they know that their barking is what is causing the different modes to go off. So eventually they know not to bark. So that is the ultrasonic bark collar. Again, not to get it confused with other training collars. This doesn't come with a remote. It is just based off of their bark. With all that being said, I hope that this video helped you out in helping you understand how this collar works in the different modes and how to navigate those through the collar. And I also hope that this review helped you out in deciding if this is the collar for your dog.